And in today's Business Matters, cutting the brakes on EV tax breaks. U.S. Republican senators have proposed a pair of bills targeting EVs. They want to get rid of a $7,500 electric vehicle tax credit on new vehicles, as well as credits for used and leased EVs and federal investments for charging stations. They also want to add a $1,000 tax on EVs. Lawmakers say this is roughly the same as what drivers pay in federal gas taxes over 10 years for highway funds to pay for road repairs. Detroit lawmakers, automakers that is, are pushing to retain the credits or at least see them phased out. That's because car makers have invested billions in EV and battery production. Elon Musk says he will drop his nearly $100 billion attempt to buy OpenAI if it maintains its nonprofit structure. OpenAI is the maker of ChatGPT and the world's most valuable AI company. It currently operates as a nonprofit. On Monday, Musk announced he's leading a group of investors, and this is who have offered to buy OpenAI for more than $97 billion. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman criticized the offer publicly. In a court filing yesterday, the company questioned Musk's rationale for the bid, but hasn't yet rejected it. The recent developments are part of a battle between Musk and Altman for control of the future of artificial intelligence. Now, Musk was a co-founder of OpenAI, but eventually left the company. Rosemary Farms, a family-owned business in California, is donating hundreds of thousands of eggs to victims and first responders of the LA wildfires. They say they're working with the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank and the nonprofit Gather for Good to donate around 270,000 eggs to residents. In addition, nearly 55,000 eggs will go to firefighters and first responders. This as eggs are reaching record high prices in the U.S. following a nationwide bird flu outbreak. JCPenney will be closing 8 locations by the middle of the year. A spokesperson for the company said this is because of expiring leases and market changes. The retailer said this is not related to its merger with Spark Group, which was announced last month. A company that handles liquidation sales says the impacted stores are in the following states, including California, Colorado, Idaho, Kansas, Maryland, North Carolina, New Hampshire, and West Virginia. Users and shares drop. Reddit is in the red after missing Wall Street estimates for daily active unique visitors in the fourth quarter. The social platform also reported a decline in user growth. This overshadowed the company's upbeat fourth quarter revenue and better than expected revenue forecast for the first quarter. One expert said Reddit was hit by a change in Google's search algorithm, which favors AI-generated summaries. Reddit CEO told reporters, or shareholders that is, the platform has experienced some volatility with Google search, but he said that search traffic has recovered so far in the first quarter. Honda and Nissan will be taking different routes as they exit merger talks. In December, the two said that they and Mitsubishi were in talks to form the world's third largest automaker by sales. Honda and Nissan said today those talks were ending. Honda's chief executive said he was disappointed and felt the potential was great, but knew that it would require painful actions. Nissan CEO said Nissan would not realize its potential in the deal and chose not to accept it. The automaker said they plan to continue collaborating on electric vehicles and smart car technology like autonomous driving. And the economic situation, that is getting even worse in China, according to the country's central bank. The People's Bank of China says in a report that adverse effects caused by changes in the external environment have deepened. The reports add that weak domestic spending remains a problem. This amid numerous other issues. The central bank said today it would adjust its monetary policy to support the economy in light of rising external headwinds. One of the things it will do is to keep the money supply at an appropriate level. Chinese policymakers have rolled out a blitz of stimulus measures since September, including interest rate cuts, cash injections, and steps to tackle the hidden debt of local governments. The Chinese economy is currently facing deflationary pressures as well and other obstacles to its already stuttering growth. Meanwhile, Nestle reported slightly better than expected annual sales growth, but the world's largest packaged food company warned of a narrowing profit margin in 2025. Here's more.
Nestle reported slightly better than expected annual sales growth on Thursday, driven by price increases, though the world's largest packaged food company warned of a narrower profit margin in 2025. It's trying to grow sales volumes while also investing in innovation and restoring investor confidence under new CEO Laurent Frex. Years of soaring prices alienated shoppers and ate into its marketing budget. Nestle forecasts that 2025 full-year organic sales would be higher than last year. But the maker of Nescafé coffee forecast an underlying trading operating profit margin of 16% or more, down from 17.2% last year. While two of Nestlé's most important commodities, coffee for Nescafé and cocoa for Kit Kats, are at record high prices, it said it would only pass on some cost increases to shoppers. Shares in the company were up nearly 6% in early trade. Nestlé's competitors, including Unilever, slowed price increases last year to win back shoppers who had turned to cheaper products. The Swiss company, however, did not ease as quickly, and several quarters of weak sales volumes led to the removal of former CEO Mark Schneider. Organic sales rose 2.2% in the full year ending December the 31st. Net profit fell 2.9% to $11.9 billion.
And wholesale inflation in the U.S. stayed high last month, signaling even higher prices could be ahead for American shoppers. The Producer Price Index measures average price changes seen by producers and manufacturers. Economists were expecting producer-level prices to slow on an annual basis. But the PPI was up 3.5% in January compared to a year earlier. The index is holding at its highest annual rate since February 2023. The overall PPI was pushed higher by fast rising food prices and as well as energy prices. That included a 44% jump in wholesale level egg prices in January. Now, excluding food and energy, core PPI slowed down slightly in January. YouTube TV now has fewer viewing options for its customers. Several of Paramount Global's channels, including Comedy Central and CBS, have been taken off YouTube TV. This comes after the two companies weren't able to reach a new contract. YouTube TV released a statement saying it's working to reach an agreement with Paramount. According to a statement from Paramount, YouTube TV is pushing for a deal that is, quote, unfavorable and one-sided. YouTube TV subscribers will be able to get an $8 credit if Paramount's products are blacked out for an extended period. Now, Apple is often known for products that are hard to use with Android devices, but since entering the entertainment industry, the company has been making changes. The Apple TV app is now available on Android phones. Apple has also resumed its advertising on X. NTD Sean Marshall has the details.
The Apple TV app is now available to download from Google Play onto Android mobile devices, including phones, tablets, and some foldables, according to an Apple press release. Apple says its TV app for Android was built from the ground up to deliver Android users a familiar and intuitive interface. Apple TV Plus also offers a 7-day free trial. Android users can subscribe to Apple TV Plus and Major League Soccer Season Pass using their Google Play account on Android mobile and Google TV devices. All 30 MLS clubs will be in action as the league kicks off its 30th season the weekend of February 22nd. Apple TV Plus also offers Friday Night Baseball, a weekly Major League Baseball doubleheader with no local broadcast restrictions. To add to their changes, Apple has quietly resumed advertising on the X app. It's been over a year since Apple halted its ads on X. Apple is not among the companies X is suing over what it describes as an illegal boycott designed to collectively withhold billions of dollars in advertising revenue from the company. Following its launch on November 1st, 2019, Apple TV Plus became the first all-original streaming service to launch around the world. Sean Marshall, NTD News.
And Denny's is closing more restaurants than originally planned. Last year, the restaurant chain announced it was shutting down 150 locations. But in an earnings release Wednesday, the company revealed it closed 88 locations last year and will shutter between 70 and 90 locations this year. That brings the figure closer to 180 closures. Denny's said some of the diners closing have expiring leases or are in areas that have become unprofitable. The closures are part of the struggling diner chain's plans to jumpstart growth. Denny's has about 1,300 locations across the United States. Initial jobless claims in the U.S. dipped last week, indicating stability in the labor market. Department of Labor data released Thursday showed there were roughly 213,000 initial claims filed. That's down 7,000 from a week earlier. Continuing claims, which are filed by people who have received 1 week or more of benefits, it dropped to 1.85 million, and that was a decline of 36,000 claims. Eyewear maker Essilor will be boosting production as it's been cleared by the FDA for its over-the-counter nuanced audio glasses. The glasses combine vision correction with an open-ear hearing solution. It's the first preset software as a medical device cleared by the FDA. In fact, it created a new category in medical technology. Essilor Luxottica also earned a CE safety marking under the EU medical device regulations. The company, which has been collaborating with Meta on its Ray-Ban branded smart glasses, said it's expanding production capacity. It hopes to reach 10 million units annually by next year. Crossing into enemy territory, Meta will now allow rival classified ads on its Facebook marketplace. The European Commission found the tech giant breached antitrust rules by imposing unfair trade conditions on its rivals. Meta was hit with an $828 million fine for giving its own service an unfair advantage. In response, Meta has launched the Facebook Marketplace Partner Program. This will allow third-party partners, especially online classified ad service providers like eBay, to list their consumer-to-consumer items on Facebook Marketplace. President Trump has added another item to his list of responsibilities. He was elected chair of the Kennedy Center's Board of Trustees. Trump posted on Truth Social that it's a great honor and that he and the Board of Trustees will make the Kennedy Center, quote, a very special and exciting place. The Kennedy Center presents more than 2,000 performing art shows and events every year. Trump's old lawsuit against Twitter has finally been settled by its new owner, Elon Musk. The platform had kicked Trump off because of January 6. Here's a walk down memory lane.
Trump's old lawsuit against Twitter has been settled by its new owner, Elon Musk.
Everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard. Today we will.
After the events on January 6th at the Capitol, Twitter CEO Dorsey kicked then-President Trump off the platform. He said Twitter was forced to focus its actions on public safety. Trump sued Twitter in July, saying it violated his First Amendment rights. In May next year, a judge threw out the lawsuit. Judge James Donato, an Obama appointee, said the First Amendment doesn't apply to private firms. The First Amendment says Congress shall make no law abridging the freedom of speech. Trump appealed. Elon Musk bought Twitter, changed its name to X, reinstated Trump, and has finally now settled the suit. Anonymous sources told CBS the settlement was $10 million.
Actress Scarlett Johansson called on lawmakers Wednesday to take action and protect Americans against dangers of artificial intelligence. In a statement, Johansson urged the U.S. government to pass legislation limiting the use of AI. This comes after a deepfake video of Johansson and other celebrities was widely circulated on social media this week. The AI video implied the celebs were responding to recent anti-Semitic remarks from Kanye West. Johansson condemned anti-Semitism, but emphasized that it was important to call out the misuse of AI regardless of the messaging. The actress said she is a public victim of AI, but the threat affects all of us. Johansson's statement went on to say this is a bipartisan issue that should be a top priority for elected officials. Okay, on to markets. S&P 500 ended higher today, and it was lifted by gains in Nvidia and as well as Apple and Tesla. And this is all coming after U.S. President Donald Trump unveiled a roadmap for charging reciprocal tariffs on U.S. trading partners. Now, stocks also gained after data showing U.S. producer prices increased in January. The number of Americans filing for new applications for unemployment benefits decreased last week. This is according to another report. Now, Chevron shares rose after the oil heavyweight said it will lay off up to 20% of its global workforce by the end of 2026. And that is it on today's Business Matters.